Now we will hear the presentation about government policy on development of agricultural human resources. Dr. Lely Nuryati will present this.
Thank you.
Maybe you can start sharing your screen right now while I am reading your profile.
Yes, please, to share the screen.
Yes. So Dr. Lely is Director for ICAT, Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Indonesia. She has expertise in developing human resources and building capacity based on her formal education with a PhD in management. She has also completed a training on advocacy for agricultural and rural statistics from the United Nations Statistical Institute for Asia and the Pacific. Dr. Lely coordinates dozens of training centers in agriculture in Indonesia, including one in horticultural points. She will share in this training her knowledge on cultural human resources development. You could begin your presentation now, Dr. Lely.
Yes, please. Thank you. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to explain about the program and the activity in the Mission Center for Agriculture Training. Firstly, now we would like to share to all of you about the President's statement on human resource development. So in 2020 until 2024, the vision and mission for our President of Indonesia, Mr. Jokowi, the vision is an advanced Indonesia which is sovereign, independent, with a personality based on mutual cooperation. Mission is to improving the quality of Indonesian people, build the agile human resources, dynamic, productive, skilled, expert in science and technology, industrial cooperation, and global talent. Next. The Minister of Agriculture, now Mr. Syahrul Yassin Limpo, has the statement on empowering millennial farmers, advanced, independent, and modern agriculture. Now we need to empower 2.5 million millennial farmers until 2024. Next. In EAAHRD, we have three pillars. First, movement of the strategic command for agricultural development in the district area, or we call it Kostratani. The second is the extension, education, and vocational training to support the growth of millennial agricultural entrepreneurs. And third is the extension, education, and training to support the main program of the Ministry of Agriculture. Next. Indonesian Agency for Extension and Agricultural Human Resource, BPSDMP, we have three action programs. First is Kostratani. The Kostratani has the 5 roles in order to push the development in the sub-district area. First, as the Data Information Center. The second, as a Center for Agricultural Development. Third, as the Learning Center on Agriculture. And fourth, as the Agribusiness Consultant Center. And 5, as the Partnership Network Development Centers. The second action program is the Millennial Agricultural Program, such as vocational education, vocational training, empowerment of P4Es, overseas apprenticeships, Millennial Duta, Millennial Agripreneur Program, and YES program. And we also support for all the programs in the Ministry of Agriculture, such as food estate based on the Farmer Corporation, Propaktani, Dorhorti, Grasida, Sikomandan, Gratiex, and others programs in the Ministry of Agriculture. Next. Kostratani is the Center for Agricultural Development Activities at the sub-district level, which is the optimization of tasks and also the function and roles of the Agricultural Extension Center or BPP by utilizing IT in realizing national food sovereignty. As I mentioned before, there are 5 roles of Kostratani. As the Data and Information Center, the Kostratani has to support the data of the planted area and production, population and production of livestock, export commodities, commodity prices, and agriculture human resource. Kostratani, as the Center for the Agricultural Development, is to support all the activities and also the programs of the Ministry of Agriculture. And we call it the Brigade as the group of all the human resource in the center of the Agricultural Development Kostratani. As the learning center, so Kostratani is the center of excellence for corporation-based area, for demonstration plot, or DEM plot, and for the demonstration other of the activity of agriculture in the BPP. And also as the learning center, the BPP also doing the field school and also research extension linkage by the thematic guidance. As the Agribusiness Consulting Center, so the BPP or Kostratani has the functional officers, practitioner, and adjusted to the potential of the area. And as the Partnership Network Development Center, networking is the main activity to support the agricultural development in the sub-district area. Next. For the millennials in agriculture, we have the challenges and opportunities. The agricultural sectors provides employment for more than 38 million people in Indonesia. However, nearly 80% of Indonesian farmers are over 45 years old. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, there are 65 million young people with an average of 28 years. The youth population is not in line with the youth participant in the agricultural sectors. And the other challenges, the low interest of youth in the agricultural sector, both in employment and entrepreneurship, both on farm and off farm. Each year, the number of farmers decreased by 500,000. The opportunities for millennials in agriculture, there is a need for more than 80 million farmers who only have fulfilled 38 million existing farmers, need 42 more of the youth farmers. Youth to develop agriculture sector in era 4.0 to substitute all farmers, completing more entrepreneurship technology and more adaptive and creative. Farmers' regeneration with the support holistic education and technology is one of the key solutions. Now we have 270 million people in Indonesia. As we can see here, that 19% of the population is under 15 years. And we can see from here then 70.7 are the productive people. So this is the opportunities for the millennials in agriculture. Next. Now in Ministry of Agriculture, we have 10 training centers in the national level. The training center in Jambi for the estate plan and swan plan technology. In Lampung, training center for the food crops, lowland horticulture. In PPMKP Ciawi, the training center for the management and leadership. In Cinagara, we have the training center for the animal husbandry. In Lembang, for the horticulture. In Binua, for the estate plan and tidal technology. In Batu, in East Java, this training center for the dairy and livestock product. In Ketindan, also in East Java for the food crops and medicine plant. And in Batangkaluku, in South Sulawesi, the training center for mechanization and water user management. And in Kupang, in Nusa Tenggara Timur or East Nusa Tenggara, the training center for the livestock and dryland technology. Next. Indonesian Center for Agricultural Training or ICAT has the vision for the realization of agricultural human resources, professional, independent, and competitive through training and agricultural professional certification to support food sovereignty and the welfare of farmers. The mission, first, is developing institutional capacity and training staff. Second, developing quality management for training. Third, develop an agricultural human resource professional certification. And fourth, for develop training programs and networks for domestic and foreign agricultural training cooperation. In the ICAT, we have 5 programs. First, in increase implementation of agriculture training. Second is the strengthening agricultural training institution. Third is increasing competence in agricultural training staff. Fourth is development of standardization and professional certification. And 5 is program development and training cooperation network. Next. In implementation of Youth for Food through campaign of millennial farmers, the PAA-HRD has the vocational training, as I mentioned before, in 10 locations, and vocational education also in 10 locations. So the activity is financial access, cultivation technique, harvesting technique, processing technique, market access training. And also we have the demonstration plot, such as for cultivation technique, harvesting technique, and processing techniques. And also incentive for the millennial farmers in order to improve the corporation, digitalization, and youth ambassadors. Next. Millennial farmer programs, we have some programs in order to support the agricultural human resource more professional, competitive, and entrepreneur. First is the vocational education. Second is the vocational training. Third is the P4S or the agriculture training volunteer. And also the Japanese apprenticeship, and also Postratani and millennial agripreneur ambassadors. Next. So this is how we can strengthening the farmer corporation digital base and smart agriculture. We do development of IT platform and digital networks, and then preparation of competent engineer in the industry 4.0 era, and mapping agriculture industrial area. Based on that, we can exactly find the infrastructure, infestation, and system and chain engineering. Also module for preparation and infrastructure digital platform in order for the preparation of training and extension center based on technology and information. All the activities, of course, for the strengthening farmer cooperation, digital base, and smart agriculture. Next. This is the smart greenhouse and rice transplanter technology that we have adopted in the smart greenhouse. So all these activities also improve in other area in Indonesia. So we hope we can share all the technologies we have and we can increase the productivity and also the production of agriculture commodities. Next. Now we have the youth ambassadors, or we call it TPM and DPR. So this youth ambassador will inspire the youth generation to join in the agricultural activity or agricultural development. So we do activity with the youth ambassador, such as we push them for the power of digital marketing in the agriculture, and also to improve the strategy to increase the production of the vegetables in organic, and also other activities such as using the mechanization for the activity of agriculture development. Next. So this is the example of the success stories in horticulture and quails. We have Sandy. She is the private ownership of 8 hectares with the joint activity and doing the partnership with the farmers, 385 farmers, and with the 25 hotels, restaurant, cafe, and also the food industry, e-commerce, and digital village empowerment. In the middle of COVID-19, Sandy prepared 141 agriculture products to fulfill society needs. The other also youth millennial farmers, we have like Slamet, the private ownership of 3.5 hectares, mentoring for 446 breeders with the turnover 900 million, partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Cooperation, and also other ministry, and also the other industry, such as PT Confid, Karun Pokpan, and also PT Median for the business of the quail and get 900 million turnover per month. Next. This is also the other millennial farmers which continue to export in the situation of COVID-19 pandemic. We have Kadek Surya, the Chow Chocolate Bali owner. He has private ownership 2 hectares, partnership with farmers 600 hectares, mentoring 1,000 farmers with the turnover 4 billion. And the other is the farmers and millennial farmers support food ability, current crisis covered by COVID-19 pandemic. Ms. Jatu, she is the private ownership of 0.6 hectare, partnership with farmers 100 till 170 hectare, mentoring farmers 200 people, turnover 30 to 70 million, partnership with Mayora, Superindo, Ion, and other industry to marketing those products. Next. The other is the success story farmers and millennial farmers support food availability in the current crisis caused by COVID-19 pandemic. We have Gesang, a millennial farmer who continue to export horticulture product in the middle of COVID-19. And also Husni, he is the cattle farmer, has the land area 530 hectare. Raises more than 30 cows, educational park 13 hectare, and mentoring 70 farmers. Next. And we also have Riza. He modified cassava flour, call it mocaf. He has a partnership with farmer 95 hectare, produce 30 ton per month for mocaf with the turnover 547 million per month. He also mentoring 552 farmers, partnership with Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Cooperation, and other institutions. Reza raised farmers' income by increasing the prestige of cassava. Next. We also the ambassador of the millennials farmers, Rizal. The millennial farmers promotes Garut lemon as weapon to fight corona. Rizal is the private own of the 5 hectare land, partnership with farmers 15 hectare, mentoring 45 farmers, turnover 100 million per month, and partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture and other stakeholders. And he also has the Wahana Agro Education Wisata. So this is for the fresh from farm product, and now he can produce, and also he can invite many people to come to his field to learn about the growing of fruits, and especially for the lemons. Next. Thank you for this presentation, and hopefully you all the participants know better about the activity of the millennials in Indonesia. And we thank to all the participants to join of the training. Thank you.